film crew that will be filming 7 days a month.
Yes, I'm on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves.
That's crazy, dude. I took steroids because a lot of people kill themselves. And I thought if they could see a guy that was like super jacked, maybe they'd think twice. I thought maybe if all these young men saw a guy saying that you could get this strong too, when in reality they can't, they never will get this strong, I thought maybe that would make them feel better. If I was way more jacked than them?
I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively. So I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life.
I feel like that is probably not high praise for the ancestral lifestyle that he had already been living for like 20 years. I thought raw liver and bone marrow was all you needed to be happy and healthy. Turns out you need steroids too. I'm honestly only mad because you didn't tell the rest of us that. I wish I had known that I was also supposed to be taking steroids this whole time. You can't just make that like an unspoken rule. So this whole time you got to take like $12,000 worth of steroids and none of us did? You know we would have done it. Seriously though, I do think that a lot of this video is kind of, it seems like it's like missing something huge. For how genuine this apology seems to be and like how much it seems like he wants to do better in the future, he kind of seems to be missing something huge. And that he's not like actually addressing the underlying issue of the things that he's feeling. He says later on in this video that even outside of like making this good for the brand, he is like insecure about the way that he looks. And so that's why he spends so much time in the gym every day. He spends hours and hours, I think he literally says like putting himself through hell or torturing himself in the gym. Don't get me wrong, I like working out. I work out a lot. I run, I lift weights in the gym, but like I think there is a level where it becomes unhealthy. If you're working out to the point where you look like him, and Liver King, you are like jacked, dude. I don't think you have to worry about stubborn back fat or fat on your love handles. Like you are it's one of the most impressive bodies anyone's ever seen in person. Like if I saw you in person, you'd probably be the strongest person I've ever seen. I have a feeling that steroids are probably not actually fixing this issue for you, and it's an issue that a lot of people have where kind of no matter what they do to their body, they still feel insecure. And I feel like the shit that you're kind of pushing people to do, like all of the ancestral tenets, which to me seem pretty outlandish, maybe your ancestral tenets all really work for you and they really do make you happier, but I feel like they're not addressing the root cause, because someday you are going to get older, and no matter how many steroids you take, you're gonna start losing muscle. You'll probably gain a little bit of fat because that just happens to everybody, and more testosterone and steroids aren't gonna help you then. So you should probably be spending time trying to get to a place where you don't need to be taking steroids to feel like your full self. Because in this video, he says something somewhere where he implies that like once he started taking the steroids, like that fixed it. He was like, oh, I was insecure, but then I just started taking steroids and now I'm not anymore.
And hormone replacement has helped in a profound and significant way.
There probably could be a more permanent solution than that, and one that doesn't cost like $12,000 a month.
When I talk about the 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me. I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym.
It's good that working out is helping the Liver King feel less insecure. If that's really an issue that he deals with, that sucks. Feeling insecure and like you're not good enough's like the worst feeling in the world. But I know, at least personally, making any sort of change to yourself exterior is not gonna change what's in your brain and the feelings that you feel about yourself. I don't want to sound like I'm being too preachy and I'm trying to give you advice if you don't want it, but it just kind of resonated with me. I don't know. I feel like this apology, it makes sense. Like, I get it. I get why you're taking steroids. I think really the issue is just transparency. If you want to take steroids, continue on doing it. I hope it makes you happy. But that does bring me to the biggest issue that I had with this video, and that is that Brian Liver King Johnson, you DM'd me your entire daily routine. How you sleep, how you eat, how you work out. You sent me beef liver and bone marrow to let me test your lifestyle, and nowhere in there did you mention $12,000 worth of pharmaceutical-grade steroids. How the hell was I supposed to accurately assess your lifestyle if I wasn't taking needles in my butt, Brian? I could have been so jacked by now, you have no idea. So I would like to extend this offer to you, Liver King, if that is your real name. Or I guess if it's really not your real name, because your real name's Brian Johnson. Man, I don't know what to believe anymore. Maybe Liver King is your real name. If you are watching this, I will give your lifestyle another shot. Just please give me the appropriate materials this time. Also, you know, if you ever want to try out influencer boxing and you want to get in the ring with me, let me know. I'd be down to do that too. As long as we are both allowed to do whatever drugs we want and we don't have to tell the other person which drugs we're doing. Alright guys, well I just wanted to talk about this whole situation. Hope you enjoyed it and have a great day.
Dawn Power Wash has 3 cleaning boosters not found in traditional.
We need a commercial, man. Old Spice Gentleman's Body Wash. And this stuff got 24/7 moisturization, so it should be easy. What's wrong, brother?
What's wrong? This. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great 2022. I know I am. Now that the New Year's finally here, I know a lot of us have resolutions trying to stay healthy, both physically and mentally. A big one for me personally is I want to stop making fun of videos on the internet, just for my own mental health. I want to, you know, any sort of goofing around or being silly or making jokes online, I'm definitely going to want to stop this year. So if you see me doing any of that, making fun of any sort of online content, please let me know. That would definitely ruin my year to break my resolution so early. So, you know, hold me accountable and do not let me do that. Okay, thank you. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about this guy that eats balls.
Fresh, raw testicle.
That's right, baby. We're talking about the Liver King. If you don't know who the Liver King is, he's gained a lot of popularity in the past few months. He's got 1.4 million followers on TikTok, and he's come to prominence, I think, for the most part, due to his unorthodox lifestyle. His eating habits, his workout routine, his disdain for technology, even though he is famous on a phone app. But basically, this guy just sort of, like, documents his life and what he eats and stuff as he tries to live as our ancestors did. That's his big thing. He's the CEO of the ancestral lifestyle. Meat. In case you're wondering what the ancestral lifestyle is, it's meat, okay? Our ancestors ate meat and balls. They ate testicles.
Fresh, raw testicle.
As you can see, he is absolutely jacked, shredded, ripped, chiseled, etc. And so a lot of people follow him for like health advice and workout tips and how to build muscle and stuff. And I thought it'd be great to watch this guy's videos since we're all trying to be healthy in the new year to get some health tips. So let's go ahead and watch what he eats on a Wednesday afternoon.
Liver King here. It's Wednesday afternoon, and we are breaking our 24-hour fast. This is how we break our fast on a Wednesday rest day after we did a successful simulated hunt.
Did he just say that it's his rest day and that he just completed a successful simulated hunt? How is that a rest day? I guess I don't really know what a simulated hunt is, but he sounds out of breath at the start of the video like he literally just came from the simulated hunt.
Liver King here.
And it does not sound like, from how out of breath he is,
Shit.
that he's been having a relaxing rest day. Nothing more relaxing
Mans
than
are
just taking
oily.
it easy every now and again, you know, with a good old rest day. Just kicking back, relaxing, and sprinting through the forest for 7 hours with a spear.
I don't know how to
Looking for
draw a
big
motorcycle.
Goose? I don't know.
So
I
that
don't
was
know
my
what simulated
first
hunt is.
mistake.
He has kids. I wonder if he's like making his kids dress up in a like a deer costume and he's chasing them through the woods.
We're gonna start with a protein shake, about 30 grams of protein. We got some full-fat yogurt in here with some amazing concoction. Ask me about the recipe.
Super vague. This is some amazing concoction. It's like he doesn't even know what it is. And this is some sort of amazing concoction. I don't know what it is. Just sort of appears at the foot of my bed every morning. It tastes disgusting, but it's the only thing keeping me alive.
Ask me about the recipe. You're gonna absolutely love this. We got 10 ounces of bone-in, skin-on sardines. We have 3 ounces of fresh, raw testicle.
Thank God the testicle is fresh and raw, you know? Otherwise that would be gross. If it was cooked testicle...
Damn.
Oh, that would be insane, dude. People would think you were crazy for wanting to cook a testicle before you eat it. Are you nuts? Are you? Are you nuts or are these nuts? So yeah, this guy is like super popular on social media right now. He has like a huge following. People are like super into his diet and his lifestyle. And from the looks of his videos, he has like a huge ass house. So it kind of seems like he was rich before he started blowing up on TikTok. So I was kind of curious like how he
I need to
amassed his
figure out how to
fortune.
draw
So
a
I've been doing a little
motorcycle.
research because I haven't seen anybody talking about it. Luckily,
Because
he has his
I
real name
don't
in
know
his TikTok.
how.
His name on TikTok is Brian Johnson, aka Liver King, which is kind of funny, like as if anybody would know him as just Brian Johnson. Hey, do you follow Liver King on TikTok? His health advice is like really helpful. Liver King, let me think.
I also don't know how to
you're gonna
draw
have to be more
leather.
specific. There's like
I'm gonna need
thousands
to
of
figure
Liver
out how to do
Kings
that
I
too.
know of. So you know of
I didn't really think of
different
this
liver kings. Yeah, there's got to be like at least
too far ahead. I was like, oh,
million
just
liver
skip.
kings
I'll
on
finish it right now,
TikTok.
you
Okay, so
know?
I'm just talking about this guy.
I don't want to draw anything else. I might as well finish this. It's been in my fucking thing forever.
Oh, Brian Johnson! Yeah, dude, of course. You should have told me the more unique name first. Brian Johnson. Anyway, I found out that our boy Brian has a LinkedIn, which I was a little bit taken aback to find, if I'm being honest. Like, this guy does
I
not
put
look
paper
like
in
he should
between
have a
them,
LinkedIn.
so when
like, just the
click
thought
through.
of this guy, like, applying for a job seems like way too beta for this guy. Like, this guy just would, if he needed a job, he would just, like, walk in and start working somewhere. But anyway, he's
How
got a
are you?
LinkedIn, and it's all about how he owns a supplement company. He
How's
is
your
one
day
of the
going?
owners of Ancestral Supplements.
How's your day starting?
I will preface this, I am not a health expert. I do not know how to be healthy outside of, like, eat vegetables. Okay, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, and maybe I'm a colossal dumbass. It's very possible. But, like, weren't our ancestors,
I
like,
need to
super
figure
unhealthy? Does
out.
the bubonic plague not ring a bell? The image I get of the past is just that, like,
Motorcycle.
everyone was sick all the time. So naming it Ancestral Supplements is not super appealing to me personally. I mean, I guess I get what he's going for. It's like we want to go back to, like, before things were so heavily processed and stuff like that. That all makes sense. But when I think of our ancestors, I think,
may
like,
have fucked
take these
myself over.
supplements to be just like our ancestors. You'll be sick, you'll be dirty, and you'll die the second you're born. Just
This
like
is
our
gonna be so
ancestors.
annoying to draw,
On their
isn't it?
website, they have a bit of a story as to how he started the company.
should have
I'll
been
read you
had
a
a
small
reference
passage, and I
photo,
think you'll get the gist.
actually.
When my boys were tiny,
Now that I think
around
about it.
2004-ish, they did not thrive. They were allergic to everything. Every doctor we
Is
took
there,
them
like,
to
no
just gave us the
looks like a
same
picture from the angle that I
prescriptions
need?
for allergy medicines, Benadryl, and an
I could-
EpiPen. All of those things do
I
sound
put the
kind of useful
handlebars
to me, but I
here.
guess that's why I am not a liver prince. Also, they did not thrive is like the funniest way to say that, like, his kids had, like, serious health conditions. It almost makes it sound like it's their fault. They did not thrive. They were squandering their
Gonna ignore
opportunity
that
at life.
sound.
They were just not up to the task. After reading Nutrition and Physical Degeneration by Weston Price, we took matters into our own hands, starting with organic, pasture-raised, and wild-caught nose-to-tail food. Definitely would not recommend taking it into your own hands. I guess he just doesn't really describe what the
Let me
issue
just-
is
I'll
very
just
well.
draw.
Just like all the
I'll just
doctors prescribe the
color 'em
same
in.
thing.
And then-
Allergy medicines for their allergies.
Leather.
Benadryl, EpiPen for their allergies. Why are they all prescribing
And then
the
I'll
same
just
thing?
figure out
It's
how to
almost like
draw.
there's a medical consensus of, like, the thing that helps with allergies. I'm not really sure what taking things into your own hands by
Motor.
starting with pasture-raised foods
I'm on
is supposed
Pinterest,
to do.
by the way.
Dad, I ate a nut. Help. Not a testicle, an actual nut, and I'm choking on it. I
Very
need help.
interesting,
And Liver King's
actually.
like, don't worry, son, I got you.
I
You
use
need
Pinterest
some
like Google.
organic beef jerky.
Oh,
Here
if
you
they
go,
don't know.
buddy.
Damn it.
Tell your old man thanks. Again, his kids might be
There's a
perfectly
fucking ad.
healthy. I really don't know. If you're a doctor, please comment on this video. Actually, it seems like they're doing good now. They're in the top 95th percentile for academics. When they test their mile and physical fitness, they're in the 99th percentile. Okay, good for them. I guess, have them in the they'll go crazy.
This is a
Hand them a
gray.
nut on the other hand. My name is Brian Johnson, aka the Liver King. I am one of the owners of
Yes,
Ancestral
we're black.
Supplements. My wife, the biological dentist, is currently introduced. What is a biological dentist? Isn't that every dentist? She fixes teeth for, like, organisms, basically. She'll fix people's teeth, bugs' teeth.
Is there, like, no good
Plants
reference?
teeth, the biological dentist. What could that
I
mean?
guess I'll just
and
use
my
this one.
ex-wife, the cyborg dentist. Okay, my wife, the biological dentist, is currently introducing me to people as the Bear, even though I keep telling her that it's the Liver King. Holy shit, that's so funny. He already has a nickname. He made up a name for himself, the Liver King. And his wife is just like, no, you're the Bear. I'm going to introduce it everyone as the Bear. I already told my wife that it's the Liver King. That's like my whole brand. I go by the Liver King. She keeps introducing me to people as the Freak, the Monster, the Testicle Nibbler. Alright, but I don't want you to get the wrong idea. He is really into his diet, and that's super important to him, but that's not the only part of living the ancestral lifestyle. This guy's big
gotta get
thing
my
is
food out of
living
the
by
oven
these, like,
soon.
9 ancestral tenets that he follows, and a big part of that is how he sleeps. So this TikTok shows what kind of bed he
I
sleeps on.
should have learned how to color leather before I did this.
You'll see that we have our little wool pads on top of these little wooden boxes that we made. It's just some plywood so that we can elevate the bed, especially in a high humidity environment. So we're getting
Yeah, this isn't gonna
we
look
have these
good.
thin wool pads
But you know
that are
what?
just,
Sometimes
I don't know, an inch or two. Just
Oh,
a
because
little
he
bit of stuff
crumbles.
down here to give enough cushion.
Why do I get the idea that, like, he didn't This wasn't his original plan. I feel like his original ancestral plan was just to sleep on the floor, and then he was like, God damn, this is uncomfortable. So he's like, well, maybe it would still be kind of considered ancestral living if I, like, built a little wooden thing. Because they probably had wood back then, so I'll just sleep on wood. So then he built this, like, wooden pallet thing, and he tried sleeping on that, and he was still like, this sucks. I can't do it. And so then he added this, like, thin wool pad. Before you know it, he's gonna have a bed. He's gonna be like, and then on top of the wool pad, I just put like a memory foam mattress. Just went to Mattress Firm, just like they used to do back in the ancestral days. And I put that right on top of the wool pad, and that's basically how the Liver Queen and I sleep.
Liver Queen will never allow a cell phone in here. When she catches Liver King listening to a book, we have this little Faraday bag, and that's where the phone goes. Even though the phone is always going to be in airplane mode, this is just an insurance policy.
So that's another important thing to him and his wife. He talks about it a lot, is that they don't want any, like, radiation or EMFs, is what they say, in their house. Electromagnetic fields, any sort of radio signal. They want none of that in their house, so anytime there is, like, a phone in their house, it's got to be in one of these bags.
We also have Ethernet cables here. That's why phones and Wi-Fi are not allowed in the room.
I got my food.
That phone,
Put that.
your hand shouldn't be in here either, but this is for the greater good.
Yeah, my wife
Got my
doesn't even
food.
let me listen to a book in bed without putting my phone in a Ziploc bag made out of chainmail. But I'll make an exception just this once, so that you guys can know how uncomfortable I am when I sleep, and how my wife is afraid of phones. The people have to know, you know? They have to know that I need help. He is kind of throwing his wife under the bus in this scene, though. I'm starting to make me wonder if he likes any of this stuff, or it's like all his wife's idea.
The walls are grounded, the floors are grounded.
He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls.
And so this is really just a pristine sleep environment so that we can recover, rebuild.
Yeah, this does not look like leather at all.
Yeah, we've really shielded the environment. We've made it the most serene,
I
relaxing
mean, if
place
you
you
had to
could
guess,
possibly toss and turn all night on a
would
wooden
you
plank.
get-
I'm kind of curious how far back of, like, ancestors he's talking about. Like, when was the ideal period for human health, I'm wondering.
Just a little bit of stuff down here to give enough cushion to kind of mimic what our early ancestors would have done with some local plants.
He says that, like, the wool on his bed is just to mimic what
Go for
our
an even
ancestors would have
17.
done with, like, plants. So he's saying, like, our
Yay.
ancestors far back enough
I
that they,
forgot
like,
it
just
was-
slept on, like, a